So we're here at IEM Sydney with Roro. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah, Roro, yeah.
I'm assuming it's shortened Rowan and then just doubled up.
Yeah, it was my nickname when I was like super young, and then I chose it. My friends, that's a cool name to have as a gamer tag. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So my family always laughs when they see Roro because they think of me as like a little kid.
Everyone always has these like weird and wacky stories of how they got their like in-game name.
Yeah.
But from Blank Esports, I stopped in the middle of my intro there. From the Overwatch team. First off, I guess, what's it like coming to IEM Sydney and playing an event like this?
I mean, it's pretty awesome, being able to put on a show for the crowd and just compete in general, knowing that there's people out there watching, and being able to see your opponents as well is pretty cool. Just meeting people is awesome.
Yeah. So playing on LAN, obviously, like, extremely different to online, as you say, like, being right next to your opponent.
Yeah.
Do you feel that changes the way you play?
Not me personally. I don't notice a difference, but I think it definitely does affect most people. It probably affects me more on a subconscious level. I don't notice my play being different. If anything, I think I play better under pressure when there's more people watching. But yeah, it's definitely different.
So coming from New Zealand and then coming over here into the Australian scene, is it jumping from like a small little kiddies pool into the ocean?
Not really, because the two scenes are pretty much one anyway. So playing from New Zealand, I get better ping or latency than someone from Perth, for example. So it's probably no different. The only difference is that there's way more people, because when I was gaming in Christchurch, there's only a couple of people in the scene from Christchurch, so I never really met anyone through it. But if you live in Sydney or Melbourne, there's going to be a bunch of people there playing the game.
So did you ever attend any of the like local LANs back in New Zealand?
I attended maybe like a university LAN that my friend was going to at the time. I was in high school, he was in university, so I just came and I played some Counter-Strike. But it's probably the only local LAN I've attended.
Yeah. So how do you get yourself into this world of esports then?
I always loved playing sports, and I was always super competitive. But when I saw that there were video games, I was like always wanted to play video games that looked fun as. So I just played those, and I discovered that people can play them competitively, and it could be their job. And I was like, oh, okay, I really want to do that. So I just kept at it, kept playing, and then slowly worked my way up, and yeah, here I am.
And then when Blank came calling, what was like running through your head at that point?
I was pretty excited because they were offering a team house. I think that was the main thing, being able to have that advantage where everyone's, no one's working like a random job or anything, that or going to school. You're all there, you're all playing, you're all practicing together. So I was really excited for that, because I said at the start of last year, I think, to my parents that by the end of this year, I want to be in a team house. And when that offer came, I just couldn't refuse.
Fair enough. Yeah. Talking about your parents, do they understand what you're doing? Do they get it?
Yeah. They definitely understand. They support it, but they also concerned about it, because I'm sitting there playing video games a lot. So through high school, when I was playing a lot of video games, they were extremely concerned, because they wanted me to do other things like do my homework or all of that. So yeah.
Get outside, kick a ball around.
Yeah.
From New Zealand, just go play rugby or something.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
So coming here, you guys obviously not the result you expected.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can chalk that up to, or was it just a bad day?
Yeah, I think not being prepared is probably the best word. I think I thought they were ready for order, but they just turned up. They all turned up, and they just played better than us. So.
If you had made your way through to the final, what do you think your, preparations would have been? Do you prep more for something huge like the grand final, or something like that, compared to like a small little match?
I think, since we only have a day between the semi-final and the grand final, I think most of our prep goes to the semi-final, especially because we thought Order was going to be the harder opponent, which I'm pretty sure they are. So yeah, we're sort of taking it one step at a time. Even though you have one day for the grand final, I think we were confident. Whoever it was, if it was Sydney Jobbers or if it was Mavs, I think we were confident going into that. Yeah, we didn't know anything about order. Well, we knew what they're going to play, but we didn't know how good they were going to be.
So your bet today is Order's going to win?
Yes, but they have been known to choke on land before, so it's possible that they'll lose. But I think they'll win.
So I guess I've been talking to a lot of CS players, which is probably where I have more of my knowledge. But after a loss, they immediately go back and just start demo reviewing. Is that something you guys do in the Overwatch scene as well?
Yeah, definitely. A few people on my team were rewatching the VODs with our coach right after, but I can't do that because people are visibly tilting themselves from watching it. Oh yeah, we should have done this. We should have done that. It's like, from my perspective, there's nothing you can change from what happened then. Obviously, it's good to learn from it. It's good to go back. It's good to watch it, but I don't like doing that immediately because I feel like it's not productive.
Yeah, you just get down there and start nitpicking everything.
Yeah, and it's this guy's fault. This guy's fault. It's just it's not helpful.
Yeah. So you're talking that this guy's fault. This guy's fault. Living in a team house, do you get a lot of that, or is it actually fairly cohesive?
Yeah, I think it's the opposite. I feel like if you're not seeing someone eye to eye, you're not talking with them, it's very easy to go, I hate that guy, or that guy's doing this wrong, and then just leave it at that. And then obviously you don't see them or interact with them at all until the next day if you're at home. But if you're in a team house, you turn off the computer and they're right there, so you can't avoid that. So it can be difficult, but I think it's helpful.
So do you know what your next tournament you guys are going to be playing in is?
Yeah, so season 2 of Contenders.
It's just straight into that?
Yeah, so I think there's, I don't know how many weeks break, a few weeks break, and then into that. Not sure exactly what the roster is going to be, or how any of that's going to work for next season, but yeah.
Do you like that sort of league format where it's like a lot of games over a long period of time?
Yeah, I've always loved the idea of playing in tournaments and things like that. Like I've always wanted to play in like a fully a LAN tournament, so where the tournament starts at a LAN and happens over a week, like the CS, something like that. Obviously, it's not like that for Overwatch, but yeah, I love the whole storyline, improvement over this period of time, and hopefully winning at the end. But hasn't happened yet for me, but I'm trying to get there.
Sooner or later it'll happen.
Yeah.
Have you looked back at New Zealand and seen, I guess, what Let's Play Live and stuff are doing back in New Zealand?
No, I haven't. I haven't really been paying much attention to what New Zealand does specifically. If anything big comes up in the ANZ scene, I'll probably catch it. But mainly I just focus on playing Overwatch and getting better at Overwatch.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Are you going to be out there watching the CS final tonight, or?
Maybe, depending on what time.
How long the Overwatch one runs?
Yeah, the Overwatch one. Plus, I have to get my flight sometime today, so I don't know if I'm gonna have time. But yeah.
No. So what time's your flight?
I'm not sure. I think it's like 8 p.m. or something. But I have to go back to the hotel and then pick up my bags and then head to the airport, and it's like 90 minutes before or something. So
it's nuts.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for talking.
Yeah.
Who booked that flight?